Hi, welcome back to Wrinkles and Giggles with Kathleen. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here a while, you know I appreciate you for sticking around at this young new channel. And we're going to talk about eyebrows today. So I know a lot of people ask me, and since I've been in the business forever, I have seen a lot, but remember when I talk about it today, I'm not an eyebrow professional. I don't do eyebrow tattooing or all of that. So you'd want to talk to anybody that you trust doing that and get their opinion. But I'll give you my opinion and I'll give it to you straight what I really think about all of this. Let's get started. Okay, like I said, we're going to have a great talk about eyebrows. Eyebrows really frame our face. I think that you have to have the right shape and maybe the right amount of hair, and we're all penciling it in and or using a powder, and it really is something that we all need. When somebody doesn't have the eyebrows, to me their whole face looks a little off. So I think if you don't want to do too much, just a little eyebrow pencil or something simple like going to a place and just getting it tinted. So let's talk about what you can do first. You can tint your eyebrows and you can learn to do it yourself. It's relatively easy, and I'll feature that in an upcoming short video. It's very easy breezy. So that comes, and you can get it at Amazon, you can get it at Sephora, you can get it at Sally's Beauty Supply, and it's pretty easy to mix it and brush it on, and it will stay for about 4 weeks. A nice way to do it. When we get older, I suggest don't go too harsh, so you want to pick maybe a lighter color. I'm a culprit for using, especially my brow powder that I have that really was a wrong color, and I'm just trying to use it up, but it gets too dark. I'm trying to use a lighter one now. So I try to listen to all this and do it myself as well. So eyebrow tinting is great. It's been around forever. It's so easy on the skin. It's not harsh. You can go to a professional place, and that's really easy. You can have your hairstylist do it, and they have great color that lasts longer, I believe, than the tinting of the eyebrows from an esthetician or yourself. And I mean, because let's face it, they know how to use the permanent color, and they'll just dab it on. If they get a little bit on your skin, it comes off very quickly, or they'll put a Vaseline type of product or Vaseline around them while they're tinting so it doesn't get on the skin. Tinting is great. So now you have a tinting. And of course, we have the penciling or powder. But now we have the big ones that I want to talk to you about. What do you do when you hear about microblading? I want you to remember that the word in there is blade. That's right. They actually cut into the skin and deposit the color in that skin. I used to work with a girl, I hope she's listening to this, and she did a beautiful work for eyebrow tattooing, or it's called permanent makeup. But remember, it is a tattoo. She went to learn, I could be saying the story wrong, but she went to learn how to do microblading when it came out, and she was so excited. After learning that it actually cuts and deposits the color, and after learning that when people want to get it freshened, that each time they got it freshened, they would get a new fresh cut. After a while, color no longer deposits in scar tissue. It's very hard to work in scar tissue. And she believed that that's exactly what it was going to cause. So now she is back to doing eyebrow tinting and not microblading. I know a lot of girls watching this are going to scream at this and say, girl, you have no idea. I can deposit that color when people come back with no problem. Since the eyebrows exfoliate a lot naturally, they do need to get retouched up anywhere from, it could be as soon as a year, or some people last for about 2 to 3 years. When you go to redo it, scar tissue is different. I work for a plastic surgeon. Now, the people who do microblading, don't be afraid to put something in the comments because I want to know. I have not talked to a girl that's been doing it for 5 to 10 years. But as those people come back, you want to be able to help them. That is your business that you want to do. And for us, the people getting it, we want to have our eyebrows refreshed. So microblading, I do not like. Also, when they deposit the colors in the little strokes, it looks really good far away, but up close, it looks a little unusual, like you can see each stroke. Now, there might be some that I haven't seen that absolutely look fabulous. I love the look when they have a lot of eyebrow hair and they get microbladed in between. That's a beautiful look. But some of us mature women have lost the eyebrows, or we were present when it was a trend to overpluck, and they do not come back. On those, it tends to look a little fake. So I want you to watch out for microblading. Now let's talk about permanent makeup or tattooing. That does not use a little scalpel to cut or a tool to cut and make those strokes. It's a tattoo pin, and they have it different. They can do a machine or they can do hand strokes. One of them can deposit the color very gently, and that's called powder brow, and it is still a permanent makeup. I think the girl that I know is one of the best in the business. So she likes to do the powder brow where you really cannot tell that it's not really their eyebrows. It looks very natural on women with hardly any eyebrows. So the trend changed to do it softer, just like all the other videos I've done with the lipstick and the blush and the eyeshadow. Everything is a little softer. So now there's girls who maybe haven't learned that technique and they use a machine. That might be a little bit more harsh to deposit the color. Eyebrow tattooing, you can do two ways, so not to confuse you. Some people know this way to do it very gently. Some people use a device. This girl uses a handheld method where she has a lot of control on softening it. This one uses a machine. I suggest find this girl who uses a softer approach. So those are my esthetician opinions. I stand by them because of what I've seen. And a lot of women weren't happy with the microblading and they went back to permanent makeup. However, there's some that love it. They have loved it. I haven't talked to them when they've gotten it redone the second and third time. So it might last longer, and this is where I could be wrong. So you want to ask. So we have tinting, microblading, and permanent makeup, which is a type of tattooing. I would go now over to the first part, eyebrow tinting and using a pencil or powder. I have gotten permanent makeup for years when I worked with this lovely woman. And so I still have some of the eyeliner left and a tiny bit of the brows. But like I said, the eyebrows exfoliate a lot. The eyeliner I can still see when I wake up and it looks marvelous. And I haven't had that redone for a good 10 years. I at one point had the permanent makeup lipstick. I loved it. You wake up looking beautiful. And if you have to have surgery somewhere, you look like you have makeup on. You don't look all washed out in the morning. And to me, when I wake up, I look at myself, and that matters even for me. So a lot of women, as we get older, they can't see good enough to put eyeliner on or the brows. So they do get permanent makeup. So I hope that all of this helps to give you a good idea of what to do. Now let's talk about health. Both the microblading and the permanent makeup with the tattoo device, remember, it is depositing ink into the body. And I want you to look that up. I have come across some sites that say medically that ink can get in our body. I don't know since I'm not a doctor, so look that up. I just thought I would put that out there so you can see and maybe look it up. Maybe there's no way, since it only deposits right beneath the skin. But remember, it holds it in there for absolutely years. So just so you know, look it up your health wise and think about which is better for you. Now, if you can't see at all to put a pencil or a powder on your brow, you would opt for maybe getting them tinted. If you don't want to get them tinted, then you're going to think about 2 ways to get them more permanent. Permanent makeup with a tattoo device or microblading. So there you go. Again, I feel like I've seen it all. That's my honest opinion. And remember, it's just my opinion on one esthetician. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And you haven't yet, gosh, just like and subscribe and come back often. And I certainly appreciate you. And let me know if you have any questions on this or anything else. I have a lot of experience in so many things with working in a beautiful plastic surgery office. So stay healthy and stay, I say, fun and stay fabulous. And all of this will just make it more fabulous. Thanks.